Ferrari brought a new ADUO upgrade to Austria, and somehow the same disaster was still waiting for them on Sunday. That is the part that should terrify Maranello. Leclerc started second. Hamilton started third. 2 Ferraris inside the top 3. A brand new development step. Fresh hope after Hamilton's win in Spain. Everything was set up for Ferrari to prove the SF26 had finally moved forward. But then the race exposed the truth. The straights still punished them. The corners still did not rescue them. The tires still faded. And the race pace still collapsed when Ferrari needed it most. So now the question is brutal. If a new upgrade, a front row start, and 2 elite drivers still cannot turn Ferrari into a real Sunday threat, then what exactly is broken inside this car? Because Austria may have revealed the nightmare no Ferrari fan wants to accept. The ADUO upgrade changed the story before the race, but it changed nothing when the race actually mattered. Subscribe to the channel. Austria was supposed to be the weekend Ferrari proved the upgrade path was working. That was the pressure behind everything. Because Ferrari did not arrive with nothing. They arrived with the new ADUO package, with Hamilton's Spain victory still fresh, with Leclerc still capable of extracting 1-lap speed, and with the belief that the SF26 was moving closer to becoming a serious weapon. Not perfect, not complete, but closer. And in Formula 1, closer can be powerful. One small step can change a strategy window. One small gain can protect a tire. One small improvement can make a car less vulnerable on the straights. One small correction can give a driver the confidence to attack a corner instead of managing through it. That was the hope. But Austria did not reward hope. Austria demanded proof. And that is where Ferrari's weekend started to become uncomfortable. Because the Red Bull Ring is a circuit that exposes weakness quickly. It is short, fast, and unforgiving. There are long straights where efficiency matters. Heavy braking zones where the car must stay stable. And hard acceleration zones where the rear tires take punishment lap after lap. If the car is truly improved, Austria gives you a chance to show it. If the car is still hiding the same problems, Austria drags them into the open. Ferrari got dragged into the open. Leclerc had already warned that this upgrade was a step, not a revolution. That phrase sounded sensible before the weekend. It sounded measured, calm, realistic. But after the race, it sounded like a warning Ferrari could not afford to ignore. Because the SF26 did not need a polite step in Austria. It needed a change strong enough to survive Sunday. And Sunday is where the upgrade failed to change the story. The strange part is that Saturday tried to convince everyone otherwise. Leclerc qualified second. Hamilton qualified third. 2 Ferraris inside the top 3. On paper, that looked like the response Ferrari needed. It looked like the engineers had improved the car. It looked like the ADUO package, combined with setup work, had helped Ferrari escape the problems of Friday. For a moment, the garage could breathe. For a moment, the fans could believe. For a moment, the upgrade looked like it might be enough. But qualifying is dangerous because it can make a car look healthier than it really is. 1 lap is not a Grand Prix. 1 lap is fresh tires, low fuel, maximum grip, and one perfect chance for the driver to take everything the car can give. A great driver can hide weakness for 1 lap. Leclerc can do that. Hamilton can do that. Ferrari's drivers are good enough to make a car look sharper than its race pace really is. But Sunday does not care about 1 lap. Sunday asks the car to repeat. Again, and again, and again. That is where the truth arrived. The straights still hurt Ferrari. The car was losing too much time in the very sections where Austria gives no mercy. And when a car is weak on the straights, the driver needs to recover in the corners. But Ferrari did not get that rescue either. Leclerc had already said the team was negatively surprised by the corner performance. That is a serious warning because Ferrari normally expects to be competitive there. If the corners are not giving enough back, then the whole lap becomes a struggle. And when the lap becomes a struggle, the tires begin to pay. That is the chain Ferrari could not break. Lose time on the straight. Ask more from the car in the corners. Lean harder on traction. Overheat the rear tires. Lose grip. Lose race pace. Then watch the strategy become smaller. That is what the ADUO upgrade did not change enough. It may have been progress, but it did not break the chain. And in Formula 1, that is all that matters. Because a clever upgrade means nothing if the central weakness survives it. A new system means nothing if the race pace still fades. A technical step means nothing if the rivals are standing on the podium while Ferrari is still explaining why Sunday did not match Saturday. That is the brutal standard. Russell won. Verstappen recovered to second. Antonelli reached the podium. Ferrari had started second and third, yet the race did not become the statement it needed to be. That is why this is bigger than a normal upgrade story. Because Ferrari did not just fail to dominate. It failed to prove that the new package had changed the car's biggest race problem. And the biggest race problem was not one single thing. It was the connection between everything. Straight line weakness, corner disappointment, rear tire stress, degradation, strategy limitation, race pace fading when the Grand Prix demanded consistency. That is not one problem sitting alone. That is a system under pressure. And when a system is under pressure, a small upgrade can disappear inside the size of the weakness. That is what Austria suggested. Ferrari took a step, but the problem was bigger than the step. And that is what creates big trouble inside Maranello. Because now every department has to ask a harder question. Did the ADUO upgrade fail to deliver enough because the package was too small? Or because the car's real weakness is deeper than this development path can solve quickly? That question matters. If the package was simply too small, Ferrari can bring more. They can continue the development path. They can add performance in stages. They can believe the next update will move the car closer. Because once doubt enters the garage, everything becomes heavier. The next upgrade is judged harder. The next driver comment is listened to more closely. The next race with long straights becomes a threat before the cars even leave the garage. And rivals feel that. Rivals know when a team is uncertain. They know when a car qualifies well but fades later. They know when tire wear can be used as a weapon. They know when Ferrari can be pressured into defensive choices. Austria may have handed them that information. That is what makes this weekend so important. Before Austria, the ADUO upgrade could be seen as a symbol of momentum. Ferrari had won in Spain. The car was improving. The team was moving. The development path had energy behind it. After Austria, the same upgrade looks more complicated. Now it has to answer for what it did not fix. The straights, the corners, the tires, the race pace, the inability to convert second and third on the grid into a genuine race-winning platform. That is the evidence Ferrari has to confront. And the next part is even more serious. If Austria was only a track-specific weakness, Ferrari can breathe a little. They can say the Red Bull ring did not suit the car. They can learn from it. They can move on with caution. But if Austria revealed the car's pattern on power tracks, then the danger is much bigger. Because Spa, Monza, and Las Vegas will not be kind to a car that lacks efficiency and hurts its tires. Those circuits can take the same weakness and make it louder. More speed, more straight line demand, more punishment if the car cannot stay balanced and protect the rear tires. That means Austria might not be the disaster. It might be the preview. And that is the worst possibility for Ferrari. Because a preview gives rivals time to prepare. Mercedes will watch. Red Bull will watch. Every strategist will watch. They will ask whether Ferrari can keep the tires alive. They will ask whether the ADUO path is enough. They will ask whether Leclerc's qualifying pace and Hamilton's race craft can cover a car that still struggles when conditions turn against it. And if the answer is no, Ferrari becomes vulnerable before the race even begins. That is why the next response from Maranello has to be decisive. Not emotional. Not vague. Decisive. Ferrari has to know what Austria really proved. It has to understand whether the ADUO upgrade under-delivered, whether the setup missed the window, or whether the car's deeper philosophy is still holding it back. It has to decide whether the next steps are small refinements or a bigger correction. Because small steps are only useful when the direction is correct. If the direction is not enough, every small step just delays the painful admission. That is the pressure now. The team cannot hide behind the fact that the car qualified well. Qualifying was the good part, but it was not the whole truth. The race pace was the part that mattered most, and the race pace still left Ferrari exposed. For Hamilton, that means the Spain victory cannot be treated as proof that everything is solved. For Leclerc, that means second on the grid cannot be treated as proof that Ferrari is ready to fight everywhere. For the team, it means the ADUO package cannot be treated as proof of progress unless Sunday starts backing it up. That is the standard. Sunday must back it up. Because Formula One does not reward what a car promises. It rewards what a car repeats. Again and again across different tracks, under pressure, with tires fading and rivals attacking. Ferrari has not shown enough repetition yet. It has shown flashes. And flashes are dangerous. They keep belief alive, but they can also hide the truth. Austria stripped away the hiding place. It showed Ferrari that the upgrade may have helped, but not enough to change the race. It showed that Leclerc and Hamilton can put the car in positions where victory feels possible, but the car still has to survive the full distance. It showed that the SF26 is not missing ambition. It is missing the kind of race pace that turns ambition into control. That is why this is big trouble. Because the ADUO upgrade did not arrive into a calm situation. It arrived into a season where Ferrari needed answers fast. It arrived after a victory that raised expectations. It arrived before a run of races that could punish the same weaknesses again. And in its first major test at Austria, it did not change the story enough. The car still looked vulnerable. The tires still mattered too much. The race pace still fell short. And the front of the grid still turned into a question mark. That is not the statement Ferrari wanted. That is the warning Ferrari now has to answer.